You know the old saying goes, competition creates diamonds, and in 1998, we've seen it throughout the whole culture at the time. Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa in the home run, Michael Jordan's quest for a sixth ring, The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin competing for top dog of the WWF at the time, and you've seen it within hip-hop with rap superstars DMX and JayZ.
It's my survival instinct that keeps my head above the water. And every day I show another how I love the slaughter. I plug your daughter full of more holes than sponges. Taxing businessmen for stocks over lunches. With these, I shoot the breeze and extort enough keys from the Cubans to build a fucking fort. I'm caught up in something that I can't control. Trying to get a hold of a bankroll to swole. Catch the bodies like the coal in that station. So face it, and make me chasing. I take your life and erase it. Waste it in the fucking streets, cause it ain't worth shit. The Undertaker take your ass under the earth quick. I love money, but scrambling's hot. So I snatch up my man and hit the gambling spot. 20 grand is got when nigga shot. That's when nigga left. What used to be his chest is now a mess under his fucking vest.
Well, car can I? It's never a question of how, but when I rip it, will I quit it? Forget it. Still I always on point whenever I hit it. Biting's forbidden. Don't do it, y'all done it too late, y'all did it. Now straight to the track, I'm burning your back like backdraft. Brothers who follow the track that I stutter, that nigga's fast. I pick up the pieces, I straighten it out like Pete Rock or Sears or creases. It's your choice, Jesus Christ. I'm nice like that, you're freaking gay, right? I flow like water, so put your finger in the dike. I slam, I got original flavor, pick up the jam. I killed Chico, and now it's just me, the man. Go get your gun, I go all out with a can. Brothers is having a hard time with who I am. Jay kicking it, A, ripping it way past why I'm so crazy. Did I get open? You know it.
Hey y'all, did I get open?
You know it.
Hey y'all, did I get open?
You know it. You know it. You know it. You know it.
The origins of this rivalry started in a pool hall in 1993 where DMX and JayZ battled it out. At the top of the Bronx Pool Hall, 168th and Webster, in 1993, with another account suggested it may have happened in Harlem at 135th and Broadway, with Big L being the cameraman. According to Irv Gotti, DMX hated JayZ at the time, and this was the battle for respect. At the time, freestyle battling was your way of not only sharpening your skill set, but also your street credibility as an MC. The battle was said to have been went on for hours, with it being a tie between the inspiring rappers. Even though they had separate journeys in their quest to live out their rap dreams, there was one person whom always kept DMX and JayZ at the center, and that was Irv Gotti.
Jay would be like, you think he's better than me? How I got to Def Jam was because of Ja, really, because Leo wanted to sign Ja. The first meeting I ever had, I was like, we gotta sign DMX, and they laughed at me. I remember when I left the office, Tina Davis said, she knew what I wanted to sign DMX. She said, if DMX don't sell, your ass is fired. Jay and Dame did not believe in DMX. Jay would be like, you think he's better than me? And I'd be like, he's nice just like you. I said, if you look in the hood, there's less of like you and more of like him. Yeah, but don't want to live that. He's depressing, Gotti. And I said, I don't give a fuck. So Jay used to watch me grind with X, and he was off with the Hitman. And then something strange happened when I made Get At Me Dog. If you remember at the beginning of the video, it's the heartbeats, doom doom, DMX, doom doom, live at the tunnel. Y'all don't even remember the tunnel. Funk Master Voice, doom doom, and then I put that sound bite. Let's take it back to the streets, mother. Doom doom. The videos flashing, f***ing up your eyes, it caused change. And now, there was no more shiny suits. We back to the hood, and X is the leader of this revolution.
As mentioned on the previous documentary Blackball, Irv Gotti remained a key piece to DMX's and JayZ's legacy. Irv produced several cuts on JayZ's classic Reasonable Doubt and was heavily responsible for getting DMX signed to Def Jam in 1997. Despite the success of Reasonable Doubt, JayZ experienced what would many consider a sophomore slump with his release In My Lifetime Volume 1. JayZ seemingly abandoned the sound from Reasonable Doubt and went with a more polished bad boy formula, which was the thing at the time. Irv Gotti felt this was his biggest mistake, was abandoning the sound that made him famous in the first place. This made Irv focus more on DMX at the time.
Nah, Jay may get mad at me for saying that, but again, it's the truth, man. This is my opinion, my truthful opinion, though. JayZ, he made Reasonable Doubt, which is, one of the greatest rap albums ever. Biggie died. He went and ran to the Biggie formula. So he figured, I'll get all them great records that they was about to give Big. But that wasn't his energy. He made that album, he didn't f with none of us. It was a Bad Boy Hitman album. Sunshine, You Belong to the Streets, all of that bullshit. Jay especially, he looked and seen what I did with X and was like, whoa, holy shit, that shit worked. His Volume 1 album sold like platinum. X comes out, sells 5. So now, he's looking for shit. He's in my office a little bit more now at Def Jam. Jay's in there and he's vibing. He's like, yeah. He said, yo, what's this? I said, oh, it's a record I'm doing with Ja. And I said, yeah, Ja got a hook. And Ja was like, yeah, can I get a f you to these from all of my bitches who don't got the... Jay leaves the office. 5 minutes later, oh, what up? Yo, let me get that record and like, what record? He's the record y'all doing. This shit hot. So I put him on the phone with Ja. Ja gave him the flow, the hook. Now, Jay may get mad at me for saying that, but again, it's the truth, man. Like, what the man? If you're mad at me for saying the truth, then I'm sorry, yo. When he dropped Hard Knock Life, it was a quick impact. It got him on David Letterman, it got him on, you know what I'm saying? It got him everywhere, but it was a quick burn. It was bing, bing, gone. Can I Get It stayed on the charts for almost a year. Then what helped sell that album? Money Cash Hoes. Money Cash Hoes was Jay coming around after X is fucking the biggest in the world and saying, let me get some Swiss beats. I get X, we come, that's that picture with me, Jay and X and Hit Factory like this. It was a great moment for me because they always had friction because they battled and X like hated them. Jay really didn't give a f, but Jay was always, they was always on some competitive shit. That's just the truth, sorry. That session for Money Cash Hoes was ill. Hundreds, Rockefeller, Rough Riders, all in there. And that's when I was like, yo, this is a tour. It's the hottest in the world in this motherfucker right now. We need to, and that it sparked the idea of the Hard Knock Life tour.
DMX release It's Dark and Hell is Hot literally forced JayZ to not only pay attention but also really forced him to really compete this time. DMX wasn't only ushering a new sound, but he also brought his new movement and label titled the Rough Riders. It was direct competition with Rockefeller Records, so it wasn't only artist versus artist, it was also movement versus movement. JayZ went back to the streets with his release, The Streets Is Watching, and knew that's what he needed with a different sound for Hard Knock Life Volume 2 to compete with DMX. Produced by Irv Gotti, his first single titled Can I Get a What, featuring Ja Rule and Amir was what he needed. The record was a smash.
Can I hit it in the morning without giving you half of my dough? And even worse, if I was broke, would you want me? If I couldn't get you finer things like all of them diamond ring fall, would you still roll? If we couldn't see the sun rising off the shore of Thailand, would you ride then? If I wasn't driving, if I wasn't a 8-figure by the name of Jigger, would you come around me and would you clown me? If I couldn't flow futuristic, would ya put your 2 lips on my pussy? Could ya see yourself with a working harder than 9 to 5, contend to 6, 2 jobs to survive? Or do you need a baller so you can shop into the mall? Brag, tell your friends what I bought ya. If you couldn't see yourself with a when this dough is low, baby girl, if this is so, yo, can I get a what to these chickens from all of my dogs who don't love dough? They get no dough.
Can I get a to these fellas from all of my ladies who don't got love for players without dough?
Irv had DMX and JayZ still collab on It's Murder, Murdergram, Kill 'Em All, and had plans to put out an album involving all 3 of them, including Ja Rule, but unfortunately, due to schedule conflicts and egos, it never happened. JayZ would rather focus on Hard Knock Life Volume 2, DMX would ride the momentum of His Dark as Hell is Hot and work on his second album, and Ja Rule will focus on finding his own voice by working on his debut album, Veni Vidi Vici. JayZ will release his third album titled Hard Knock Life Volume 2 in the fall of 1998, selling over 5 million copies and officially making Def Jam once again a powerhouse like we haven't seen since the 80s. JayZ knew that DMX was bringing a different type of energy to the game, and he had to find ways to counter him without mimicking him. Def Jam now had 2 top dogs on the label, and DMX surprisingly released his second album, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, in the winter of that same year, giving DMX 2 platinum albums in the same year alongside a hit movie titled Belly featuring Queensbridge MC Nas. The two Titans would hit the road in 1999 on the Def Jam Hard Knock Life tour, with the competition going as far as stage presence, something that JayZ even admitted that scared him about DMX.
Tours wasn't going out at that time. There's no rap tours before.
Facts.
Maybe the Fresh Fest in the 80s or sometime, but there's no rap shows. Me, DMX, Method Man, Redman, Ja, The Lox, this tour is packed. First night, 360 sold out. Everyone has a great show. Meth and Red are flying in the audience. They're incredible. Everyone's destroying it. So X is about to go on, and I'm like, you know, I want to see. I got like
X is before you.
X is going before me. The lights are up. He's in the hallway. It goes doom doom.
Yeah, I just got the chill.
And now the arena's shaking, and I'm like, this is cool. And then it goes doom doom, and then he goes, and the fucking arena goes crazy. First of all, it's deafening, and I'm like, oh shit. He's running back and forth. He has a thing like a Alizé and Hennessy mixed. It looks like blood. It's like he's drinking blood, right? And he's running back and forth. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go, 1, 2. And going halfway through the show, then he takes his shirt off. And all the girls are screaming, ah!
And the dog chain.
Yeah, the dog chain is dripping and he's going nuts, right? And I'm like, shit. This is halfway through. Now first the guys are going crazy. Now the girls are going crazy. And then he gets to the end and he starts a prayer.
Oh my God.
And now they're crying.
Yeah.
The whole arena is crying. Yeah. They're crying tears. And I'm like, they're like, hey, now you go. And I had Hard Knock Life on, so it was like, it's a hard knock life. Put your hands up, people.
The two would later release albums in the same month of 1999, with DMX releasing And There Was X and JayZ releasing Volume 3, The Life and Times of Sean Carter. Both of these albums will be considered monster successes for Def Jam, catapulting the two artists to another level, leading also to drive another wedge into their competitive spirit. While DMX and JayZ were out there competing, the third member of Murder Inc. will finally get his weight up and become a player of his own right, and that was Ja Rule.
Jay's success, never had a problem with X's success. You know, I rooted for them. I cheered for them. You know, but I never got the same love in return. But when it came time for us to shoot a video, you know, it was one of those things like, I guess they was too big to be in my video. Actually, I think X was gonna do the video. You know what I'm saying? I think Jay was the initial one that backed out, and then X backed out, or something like that. I don't want to put salt on one or the other and say who backed out first, but I would just say neither one of them did the video. I really wanted to get away from them two and show the world that I don't need them two to make hit records. You understand? Like, I don't need them two to make myself a success. And I think once that started to come to light, like, yo, he doesn't need these two guys to be a success, I think that's when X started getting envious or angry at me. I guess the few little ignorant people that was still in his ear, you know, people that don't like me anyway, I would have to say, that were telling him that I sound like him. You know, like, once the whole world got over it, X, you should have definitely, you know, you understand what I'm saying? Like, the whole world understands and feels like I don't sound like you anymore. Like, it was a misunderstanding, you understand? We both have deep voices. That's it. Now that the whole world understands that we don't sound alike, he comes out of nowhere and says, yo, I got a song called Ruled Out. He's trying to bite my style. He's trying to sound like me. This is my 4th album. You understand? Like, we could have, like, why didn't you address this my 1st album, my 2nd album, my 3rd album?
You can't handle the truth!
The bigger DMX and JayZ got, the further from reality of a Murder Inc. album involving Ja Rule, DMX, and JayZ became. Ja Rule knew that he had to find a way to stand out. Vini Vini Vici, while selling 500,000 units, still was looked upon as the third wheel. At this level, JayZ and DMX seen themselves as above Ja Rule, or beyond a group project at this point. When DMX and JayZ refused to do the video with Ja Rule promoting It's Murder for his album, it resonated to Ja that he would have to do this on his own. Then, to add to the tension, DMX would take snipes at Ja Rule on songs such as We Don't Give a Fuck and Do You, creating more tension amongst the three.
With me. Now it's a war and you ain't on his side with me.
When it rains, niggas get wet, stay dry. Don't cross me, I can peep snake eye. You just lost me, like your shadow in the dark, Fucked around the boss when you hit the shadow with the spark. Blew your shit apart, that was 2 halves for 1 nigga. Look at him, I set out for a few laughs. Dumb nigga, stupid is the stupid does. Cock sucker, and look what being stupid does. Get you shot, sucker. I let you get too close and you bit me. I closed one eye for too long, tried to hit me. Thought you was with me, well you might as well forget me. Cause from this point on, it's war, it won't stop until one of us is gone. I'm still mad at myself for letting that shit go down. Somebody should have told me I was fucking with a clown. And I think they found cement shoes, nigga drown. You know how shit get around. Flex DMX. It's Funk Flex DMX. It's Funk Flex DMX. Straight Wyoming. Little man, ain't controlling. Talking about holding bricks, but ain't holding. Talk real slick, but that's about it. Soon as I see him headed my way, I cut him off quick. Must you beat me in my head? Every time I come through, it's like everybody tells me I sound just like you. But you not me, got me, and you can't live without me. If I wasn't DMX, you wouldn't give a about me. Ain't about dog, I wanna be just like you. How about you, wanna be just like you? You can do what I do, just in your own way. I did the bad every day. If you got talent, talent is yours. It can't be mine. It'll take you where it's gonna take you. It'll be fine. Let me hit him with the rewind. Do you, and I'll do me. Truly, you'll see how real you'll be. That's what it was.
Seeing that Irv had already helped JayZ and DMX reach new heights, Irv took his time to develop Ja Rule and Murder Inc. Records, with Ja being the face of the label. DMX had the streets, JayZ had the hustlers. There was one lane that was open that they didn't solely cater to, and that was the ladies. And that's where Ja Rule really started to find his niche. He grew his hair out, he switched his style up, and the formula was a new major success.
When I first met her, all I thought was downs are down. Like, lose the lane, we can get out, freaking on. Baby, know the game, slip away. Slap me your number, it's the last day of spring. See you first day of summer, I'm a bad mother, shut your mouth. Pull a drop out, creep at a low speed, cause homie probably know me. I push the pedal, thoughts of your stiletto, way up in the air like I think he's there. Cause see, every time that I'm alone with you, homie be checking up on you. But if that only knew, you got a lot of freaking you, baby. When that's starting to rain, I pop the roof and the champagne. How Jay said, money ain't a thing. It's been close to few, some been even impossible, but it's been between me and you, baby.
Every little thing that we do should be between me and you. The freaky things that we do is between me and you.
Ja Rule's albums 336 and Pain Is Love released within 2 years of smash albums, and his stock elevated. Murder Inc. would then rule urban radio from 2000 to 2002, and now you had 3 movements at Def Jam: Rockefeller Records, Rough Rider Records, and now Murder Inc. Records. This will also put Irv Gotti in the middle of the friction of all 3.
Here we go again. Yeah. Yo, Kiss.
What up, dog?
These niggas running around here like they controlling this shit.
No doubt.
Let's show these niggas how to take hold of this shit.
That's what I'm talking about,
For real, baby.
Let's get it on.
I only gave you the crown so I could shoot it off your fucking head. Y'all niggas fucking dead. You heard what the fuck I said. I talk shit cause I walk shit, start shit. New York shit, the hawk shit, spark shit, the dark shit, and it been that way. Fuck how a nigga live, let's go end that way. Niggas is part of a game that I don't play. Never catch dog carrying what I don't weigh. That's 345, 138, 173 pounds, straight out the gate. I don't hate, got no beef with knock a nigga off quick, and I'm mad like a bitch at a nigga with a soft dick. Get off this, fucking with X. Put on some other shit. Why the fuck you fucking with X? You must be fucking with X. Gone, catch a chicken. Fucking with me, you gone, catch a whipping.
All started to become the new faces of Def Jam. DMX already seeing the writing on the wall wanted out of Def Jam. He didn't want to be under JayZ's wing, especially whom he considered his rival at the time. So DMX signed under Sony, and that was his first album without a Def Jam logo. The respect factor for DMX and JayZ never had left, despite their attention over the years. Because JayZ not only released DMX from his contract, but also cleared a $12 million debt that he had with Def Jam, and that he could be released free from financial burden. JayZ and DMX's relationship, while complicated, was built on competitiveness and no hard feelings. JayZ also was the one that boycotted the Grammys in 1999 on behalf of DMX not winning that year. Ja Rule went from being the little brother of the group to being one of the key factors in making Def Jam and JayZ and DMX more musical rivalry, more competitive. So when DMX and Ja Rule officially buried the hatchet in 2009 thanks to Irv Gotti, and with JayZ being present, it was a beautiful moment for the hip-hop culture. Although they never recorded with one another again, the brotherhood of Monster 4 kept everyone musically sharp for that time period, and also helped Def Jam become a billion-dollar enterprise, selling over close to 150 million records with more between the three, leaving a legacy that's very hard to duplicate to this day. So this is King Eric signing out, and thank you everybody for watching. After years of subliminals and hidden tension, everything became all-out war within the hip-hop industry in 2002. Everybody was at odds and dropping diss records on one another, and DMX and Ja Rule's issues first ignited into an official beef, with DMX claiming that Ja Rule became big-headed since he blew up and started acting egotistical. DMX will release diss records on Ja Rule titled They Want War, Where the Hood At, and Ruled Out.
Cause they want war. They want war.
Brand new flavor by DMX.
They want war.
They want war.
They want war.
Shit is getting heated. Let's keep this shit lyrical.
They want war. But you really don't know what to ask.
Come.
I remember the first time we rocked sound stage when the world was ready to let the dog out the cage. Covered the whole crowd rocking from here to there. All you said was throw your hands in the air. You's a hype man, nigga. I started you, dude. You got bitches part of your crew that's harder than you. Let me tell you what niggas in jail said across the table at you. Like the cutest bitch on your label. Only records you got is the ones you singing on. Never been to jail. Never had a block you was slinging on. We all roll with killers, just think. But you, come on, dog. Only thing you murdered was hate. You got to watch the shit you say to niggas.
Drama
king. Smiling for pussy. I don't play with niggas. I'm about to make you a fucking believer. Next time send the man in your place. And I don't battle divas. They want war. Ride out. They want war.
Big shouts to Rough Riders. Shouts to T&Y. Ice Big J. Uncle Rap.
Ride out. They want war.
Shouts to Scotty Watt.
But you really don't know what you're asking for. Time's up. What the fuck? That's the verdict. Cat spit some weak shit. Dog done heard it. Ain't the best you can come up with. Fucking faggot. I'm about to run up quick. Run up.
Big shouts to all my YO niggas.
And I got 50 that says Alicia Keys to bust your ass with. You about $1.05, $1.06. I'm coming right for you, nigga. Can't suck this. Me jealous for what? You don't even know. The way you be running around dancing in bitches' videos.
Whoa.
Ja Rule, on the other hand, would claim all of this stemmed from jealousy from DMX because he blew up and became the face of urban radio at the time. JayZ, whom were already having issues with Nas, tapped at Ja Rule and Murder Inc. on what he presumed as disrespect from Ja Rule's XXL interview, where he claimed that he was bigger than both DMX and JayZ. But mainly it was because they sided with his adversary Nas on the Pledge remix, which was also dissing him.
Yeah. Should I do for a living, nigga? Should I eat for a living, nigga? That's how I live for a living, nigga. Watch. Okay. Let's do this. Watch. Things just ain't the same for gangsters, but I'm a little too famous to shoot these pranksters. All of these rap singers claiming they bangers, doing all sorts of twisted shit with they fingers. Disrespecting the game, no home training the manners. I was doing this shit when you was shitting Pampers. I was moving them grams for you knew what a hand that hand was. Ducking the vans, radars and scanners. For you knew what hard white or tan was. I was hitting the turnpike, I ate with the bammers. I was nice with my hands, cause I ate with them hammers. I was pricking my finger for you knew what a fan was. I had it laid out for you knew what the plan was. 300 mil later, now you understand us. Y'all ain't see us coming to Vegas. You ever seen so much sham bust in one night? Ran fucked up one fight. I was on a Peter Pan bus. You was putting Peter Pan up in your room. Y'all fucking with whom? Allow me to be taught. You cowards is just now learning the shit that we taught. You niggas ain't know about a ride report, about a high-speed Porsche, i.e. You niggas ain't know how to floss till I came through the door like Irv B for prez. Respect me in this bitch. You can't disrespect us cause you got a little check cut. You was sucking for so long, fucking your little neck up. Now you're too big for your britches. You got a few little bitches you think you have, but you just ridiculous. I blew breath for you bitches. I gave life to the game. It's only right, I got the right to be king. Niggas that got life really like what I sing, cause they know it's really like niggas feel my pain. Know the shit I don't write be the illest shit that's ever been recited in the game. Word to the hyphen in my name. JAY dash Hoffa, the past, present, nigga, the future proper. The holy trinity in hip hop is us. We give Dre his props, but that's where it stops. It's the rock.
I know you got your eyes on me. I feel you watching me, but it ain't hard.
Jay-Z will even take it a step further in the pettiness and collab with Irv and Ja Rule's arch nemesis 50 Cent for the Rock the Mic tour and started doing Reebok commercials with him. Between DMX and Jay-Z already not seeing eye to eye, DMX and Ja Rule's beef going full-fledged, and Jay-Z no longer wanted to work with Irv or Ja Rule. Any possibility of a Murder Inc. project was done at this point.